Today's episode of Off the Timeline is titled, What If the Dodgers Never Traded Pedro Ramirez? November 19th, 1993. The Dodgers trade 22-year-old Pedro Martínez, a wiry, 5'11 fireballer with a golden arm, to the Montreal Expos for Delino DeShields, a speedy second baseman with a good glove, and that's about it. In our reality, the trade goes down as one of the worst in Dodgers history. Pedro wins 3 Cy Youngs in Montreal and Boston, becomes a Hall of Famer, and dominates the Yankees in October. The Dodgers get a second baseman who's fine but doesn't exactly change the course of baseball. But what if they didn't do it? What if the Dodgers kept Pedro and instead of trading him for DeShields, they built their 1990s around him? You thought the Yankees dynasty was scary. Oh, you have no idea what was about to hit Major League Baseball. Chapter 1, 93 to 94, the deal that wasn't. So in this timeline, Dodgers GM Fred Clare has a moment of clarity in late 93. Maybe Ramon Martinez, Pedro's older brother, says, hey, this kid's better than me, don't trade him. Maybe the Dodgers just get cold feet about moving a live arm for a guy whose main skill is getting to first base slightly faster than average. The trade never happens. Instead, the Dodgers sign a stopgap short second baseman free agency. Jody Reed or someone equally fine, and Pedro goes into 1994 as their number 3 starter behind Ramon Martinez and Orel Hershiser. The result? Rotation that's instantly scarier. In real life, the Dodgers led the NL West at the strike. Here, they're even better with Pedro Martinez at 12-3 at the ERA around 290 by mid-August. And when the strike wipes out the postseason, the team that never got their chance narrative doesn't belong to the Expos anymore. It belongs to the Dodgers. Chapter 2, 1995, breaking the Braves' hold. The 95 Dodgers are loaded. Pedro is now a frontline starter, 17-6, 2.81 ERA. The Dodgers win 88 games in the shortened season. In real life, they get swept by the Reds in the NLDS. Here, not with Pedro starting Game 1. He beats Pete Shurik, and Pedro wins Game 5 in short rest with the Dodgers advancing. In the NLCS, they face the Braves. It's Pedro versus Greg Maddux. The duels are legendary. The Dodgers take the series to 7 games before Atlanta squeaks by. But this is the moment the baseball world realizes the Dodgers are coming. Chapter 3, 1996. The Dynasty begins. 1996 is the first year Pedro truly breaks baseball. He goes 19-6, 2.88 ERA, strikes out everyone from Tripper Jones to some poor Padres rookie who will tell his grandkids about this humiliation. The Dodgers win 96 games, beat the Braves in the NLDS, beat the Cardinals in the NLCS, and face the Yankees in the World Series. Pedro wins Game 1 in the Bronx, loses a duel to Andy Pettit in Game 5, but comes out of the bullpen in Game 7 to close it out. The Dodgers are world champions, and the Yankees' late 90s dynasty? Well, it's delayed. Chapter 4, 1997, monster year. Pedro goes full cheat code at 97, 21-5, 1.97 ERA. Unanimous Cy Young. The Dodgers win 98 games, beat the Marlins in the LDS. Sorry, no miracle run here. Beat the Braves again in the NLCS and meet the Indians in the World Series. Pedro wins games 1 and 5. Dodgers 1 and 6. That's back-to-back titles, and Pedro hasn't even turned 27 yet. Chapter 5, 1998, a rare miss. 98 is Pedro's contract year. Dodgers win 95 games, but lose to the NLDS to the Braves in the offense no-shows. But the big question is, does Pedro stay? Chapter 6, 1999 to 2000, the second wave. In this timeline, yes, Pedro re-signs to the Dodgers for 6 years, $90 million, an absurd number at the time. The result? 1999, Pedro wins a Cy Young. Dodgers won 102 games, beat the Braves in the NLCS, and meet the Yankees in the World Series. Pedro wins games 1 and 5. Dodgers take the series in 6. That's 3 titles in 4 years. 2000, Pedro's even better, 20-3, 1.90 ERA. But the Dodgers lose it to the Yankees in 7. The battle of the 90s dynasties is real, and it's glorious. Chapter 7, 2001 to 2003, hanging on. 2001, shoulder fatigue slows Pedro. Dodgers lose NLCS to the Braves. 2002, Cy Young number 5, but the Dodgers lose in the LDS. Pedro opts into an extension despite heavy interest from the Yankees, Rangers, and even the Angels. 2003, Dodgers lose the NLCS to the Cubs. In this year, the Cubs move on to the World Series. And by now, Pedro is not just great, he is a baseball institution. Chapter 8, 2004 to 2006 last stand. 2004, Dodgers lose the NLCS to the Astros. 2005, they lose to the Cardinals in the NLDS with a window that's fastly closing. 2006, one last run, Dodgers beat the Mets in the NLCS and end up beating the Tigers in the World Series with Pedro winning the World Series MVP. That's 5 rings for Pedro, all to Dodgers. Chapter 9, 2007 to 2008, the sunset. Pedro's ERA creeps up, strikeouts dip, and the Dodgers miss the playoffs. He retires after 2008 with 309 wins, 4,132 strikeouts, 2.83 ERA, 6 Cy Young Awards, 5 World Series titles, and 8 pennants. Chapter 10, the fallout for everyone else. The Expos, they collapse faster, relocate to DC early. Red Sox, they never get Pedro, never get the 04 comeback, 07 title. Their curse lives on. Yankees, they're still great, but their late 90s dominance is challenged every single year by the Dodgers. MLB, Dodgers replace the Yankees as the definitive team in the era. Pedro versus Maddox and Pedro versus Yankees are the major storylines. Chapter 11, Hall of Fame and Legacy. 2014, Pedro enters Cooperstown as a career Dodger with a 99.4% of the vote. He's ranked above Koufax, above Gibson, above Maddox. The GOAT argument starts and ends with Pedro Martínez, Los Angeles Dodgers. Closing out the biggest what if. The Pedro to Shields trade is still considered one of the most lopsided in history, but in this universe, it never happens. And instead of Boston's miracle, we get something else entirely. A dynasty so good, so relentless, and so consistent that for 15 years every October, one thought haunts the rest of baseball. We have to get through Pedro.